Hello everyone, my name is Ben at TV Parts Today. In today's video, we are going to be teaching you how to remove the back plate as well as the boards from this LG unit. The model number is OLED55G5WUA. If you are having display issues, we are going to be teaching you how to remove that main board or TCON board. If you are having power issues, we're going to be teaching you how to swap out that power supply. And let's jump right into it. We have the television laid down here on its face. The first step is going to be to go through the back plate and get all of the screws out, with one exception. We're going to leave this screw at the very bottom. There's kind of a separate plate down here at the bottom where the power plug comes into the television. We're going to leave that screw in. Let's get all the other screws out and we'll move on to the next step. All right, we will do one more pass just to make sure that I didn't miss any screws, because I got two here in the middle that I missed. We'll knock those out real fast. That looks like everything now. This back plate is held in with some clips. There is a little bit of looseness here. If we lift up on the sides, they do kind of come away from those clips very easily. We just want to be gentle, make sure that it's not catching on anything it's not supposed to. Just go around the outside of the television. There it goes. And after the back plate comes away, that does give us access to the boards in the back of the unit. The first board that we're going to be removing is the main board. And the first step for the main board is going to be to go around the entire outside, get all of the clips and connections away from the board. So we'll start with the orange clip right here. We want to depress the two clips on the right and left side. Slowly walk that away. Same thing here. We'll depress the two clips on the right and left side. Slowly walk it away from that connection. These two are ribbon cable connections. We're just going to pop that flap up with our finger, make sure they're all the way up, and these should just slide out very gently. If you're meeting any resistance, don't use a whole lot of force. Take your time, get them out of there without causing any damage. This one is very similar to these two. We're going to push the two clips on the right and left side, slowly walk it away. And you see it kind of came out here at an angle. We can pop that back in, try one more time. There it goes. So after all of the clips and connections are away, we're going to get all of the screws that are holding the board onto the chassis. We're going to get those out and we're going to move on to the next board. All right, I believe that is it for screws. There is a little bit of adhesive here, kind of holding the main board to the chassis, but it just comes right out, and that's the main board for this unit. Next up is the power supply board. The first step for the power supply board is going to be to get all of the clips and connections away from the board. This guy right here, we're going to depress the two clips on the right and left side, slowly walk it out of that connection. Same thing here, except for we're going to push the flap that's on the very back of the clip. We're going to push that down with our finger or our fingernail. Comes right out. Same thing here, push the flap down. Should just walk right away from the board. This one's going to have two buttons on the right and left side of this little plug. We're going to depress both of those buttons and we're going to pull it away from the power supply. Now all we have left is a handful of screws, and this should come away from the chassis. After all the screws are out, this power supply should just lift up and out of the television, and that's the power supply board for this unit. The last board on the list is going to be the TCON board, and the first step, like normal, is to get all of the connections away from the board. So this guy right here is going to have a flap on the back of the clip that we're going to depress with our finger or fingernail. Comes right out. Same thing here. We're going to depress that flap. Comes right out. These two LVDS cable connections are going to have two buttons on the right and left side of the clip. We're going to want to push both of those buttons down, and it should just come right away from the board. Both buttons right away from the board. These two are ribbon cable connections. We're going to want to pop up that flap with our fingernail, and very gently we're going to walk these out and away from the board. Now we just have a couple screws and this should be free. After we get the screws out, this should just lift up and away from the chassis, and that is the TCON board for this unit. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. If you have any questions about this or any other TV repair, you can give us a call at 930-212-1975, or you can send us an email to info@tvpartstoday.com. You can also head over to our website at www.tvpartstoday.com. You can check out our blog articles. You can check out our Wizard of TV Repair, our massive inventory of parts. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.